made a few rugs, but I wanted to document my process at least once. First, you want to get your tufting fabric onto the frame real tight. This will make sure the yarn stays in it when you start tufting. Next, I trace a pattern of the rug onto the cloth using a projector and a blue pencil. Next, the yarn. I'm starting with red. Since most of the yarn I buy is thrifted, I usually can't put them on the rolling dowels I have on the side of my frame, so I have to unspool it into a pile. That way it doesn't pull out of the machine once I get going. And now the machine. This is a dual cut pile loop pile tufting gun. I've only used the cut pile feature, which means that the gun stabs a length of yarn into the fabric and then cuts it off with the built-in scissors, then repeats. The loop pile feature means that basically the scissors don't do anything and it leaves a length of yarn that's contiguous. I started with the red cheeks to get my eye in and then went onto the line work. I try to keep equal pressure on the cloth and also an equal speed while I'm moving the gun, but I'm still not very good at it yet. It's definitely a lot harder than I thought it would be looking at other people doing it, but I think I'm learning. I think the hardest part is doing the lines, so I'm happy to have that done. I decided to trim the yarn of the line work first before filling the rest of the rug, which I usually don't do. You have to be careful while doing this because you can easily cut through the fabric with the clippers, which I did end up doing. And I clean up a bit so I don't have stray yarn pieces getting stuck in the rest of the rug. Then back to tufting. First the purple lips, then the teeth and the eyes with the white. Now it's time to fill the rest up with green. This is also when I have to make sure the line work has even pressure of surrounding yarn so that it has a consistent thickness. But trimming it beforehand helps with that a lot. While I'm filling in the rest of the rug, I start to get excited because I know I'm almost done, and this is pretty much the easiest part. I did almost run out of green though, because I only had 2 spools, and I didn't have any extra once they ran out, so I think I had just enough. Woo-wee! Once all the tufting is done, it's time to glue. I use average carpet adhesive and a latex glove to spread it on. I used to use a paint scraper, but this works better. Now I take it to the bathroom to dry so I don't have to smell it. Fumes can get pretty nasty. Once it's dry, I cut it out. Then I fold up the sides of the tufting fabric so I can have a clean edge that won't unravel. I cut it into tabs to make it easier to fold. Then it's time to put the backing fabric on the back with a little more glue. Once that dries, again, it's time to trim. I have these clippers and a lint roller. I also have a more heavy-duty set of clippers, but I didn't need to use it here because I'd already trimmed. And I thought a thicker length would be good too. This is a final chance to clean up the edges, and once I think it looks good, it's done. And here it is. Thanks for watching.